Welcome to another segment of 10 Questions with Jamie, getting to know the people of Asbury. Today we're sitting with Nate O'Neill. Nate, welcome to the segment.
Thank you.
Nate, what we're doing here is we're trying to keep connected during this COVID pandemic that we're dealing with. And one way we're doing that is just trying to get to know each other a little bit better through our online technology that's available to us. So as we begin, Nate, I was wondering if you could tell us, where were you born?
I was born in Ottawa at the Grace Hospital.
Okay. Now, were you born and raised in Lanark County, Perth area?
I grew up in Smith Falls, actually. Moved there when I was young and lived there till I more or less married my wife. And now we kind of live out the Rideau Ferry Road, kind of in between Smith Falls and Perth.
Okay. Nate, would you be able to share a favorite type of music with us?
Yeah, I like alternative stuff. I like Arcade Fire, Lumineers, stuff like that. That's got like a catchy beat, but also a little bit of life and yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, alternative stuff, not heavy, but like catchy stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah, absolutely. Um, well, speaking of childhood, do you have a favorite memory that you would like to share with us, Nate?
Probably just childhood. We had a cottage on Mississippi Lake that we always went to. And I remember just going up and down the shoreline and catching crayfish and chasing frogs. And there was a big farmer's field that I'd run through and just kind of being free and exploring and climbing stuff and swimming and kind of doing all the stuff that kids do. And just having access to that is probably my favorite memories from childhood.
Yeah, I could see that for sure. Just out with nature, and again, no hustle bustle technology that we have today.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. Nate, when it comes to fiction or nonfiction, books, movies, etc., would there be one that stands out more than the other for you?
Oh, for sure, 100% fiction. I want to get out of the real world as much as possible and just kind of enjoy the imagination side of things. So I like science fiction and fantasy. I really enjoy Lord of the Rings. That was probably my favorite series of books. I also like it because it has some pretty deep meaning behind it as well. I like Chronicles of Narnia. I like Star Wars stuff. Yeah, stuff along those lines. Stuff that's kind of like fantastical and amazing, and dragons and fighting, and yeah, I like stuff that takes me away from all the real world and lets me kind of escape for a while.
Yeah, I could see that. I myself really enjoyed Lord of the Rings. Never thought I was going to until I ended up watching it myself and fell right in love with it. So I can relate, at least there with the Lord of the Rings for sure. Yeah. Well, as as a small child growing up, was there anything that as a child you said to yourself, you know what, this is what I want to be when I get older?
Well, I think for a while everybody wanted to be like a firefighter or policeman or astronaut or something like that. But once I got a little older, my mom was a teacher and always worked with kids, and she did family relief with kids too. And I got to know kind of the joys of spending time with kids and teaching and mentoring and stuff like that. So I think from a young age, I always wanted to be a teacher. And the more I went through it, I always thought, like when I went through high school and university, I always saw myself as a high school teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got kind of into university, the stuff that I was doing wasn't what I wanted to do. And then I started working with young kids because I had run summer camps and thought, okay, yeah. But it turns out by the time I kind of hit the grade 8 age, that seems to be the happy spot for me.
Mm-hmm.
So they're old enough that they get some jokes and you can have some fun with it, and they know about the real world, but they still have a passion for learning. And yeah, so that's always been my, I guess, dream job.
Right. And of course that's what you do. You're a full-time teacher here in Perth, correct?
Yeah, PDCI, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good. Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Um, Speaking of fantasy, Nate, if you could choose to do anything for a day, now time and money is not a factor in this decision. What would it be?
If I could do anything for a day,
24-hour
like
period.
I'd probably get up early and play golf, and then do something with my family on a beach somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know, go like have a like if you could fit it all in, jam it in one day, do that, and then a concert at night or something like that would be kind of a dream day for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere nice, like those places that have like the see-through floors and like Tahiti or something like that, and you can look through the floors and see all the fish swimming,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then you have like a water slide down into the ocean. Yeah, that kind of work for me.
Sign me up, Nate.
Yeah,
Yeah, you've intrigued me. Definitely, what a wonderful way to spend 24 hours. I think there's no question.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, good day. Thanks. Now, when it comes to the Bible, do you have a favorite Bible verse that stands out for you?
Yeah, I do. Isaiah 58, 6 to 8. I was reading a book by Bono, who's the lead singer for U2, and
Yep.
he had talked about his travels to Africa. And there was one in there about kind of freeing people from their yokes of oppression and giving them healing,
Mhm.
and having kind of the Lord guide you and heal them and bring light to everything. And that one stuck with me. I mean, there's a lot that kind of connect with everybody, but that's definitely been one that's, as soon as I read it, I was like, oh yeah, that's the one.
Hits you right in the heart. Yeah.
Yeah, it does for sure. Just yeah,
Mhm.
that idea that healing others and healing yourself at the same time, and
Mhm. Oh,
and
good.
lifting everybody up. Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
I really enjoy Isaiah myself. And no doubt that you've picked something out of there that stood out for you. So that's
Mhm.
great. Great message. Great. Excuse me. Great passage. Yeah. Moving on that aspect of things, what or who had the biggest impact on you in your Christian journey, Nate?
Probably. Well, my mom is a very devout Christian, so I think that her upbringing definitely led me in that way. She always had a feeling of service and a desire to help other people. For a while, I lived with my grandma in university, and I kind of saw where my mom got it from, because my grandma was very much into helping others, writing letters, donating, taking her time to take care of people in the community. So I think it's been kind of a tradition of coming down to my family. To be honest with you, that idea that uh, this life is for other people, not just you.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. That's beautiful, actually. Yeah, nicely put the way you put it. It's nice, and it's nice to be able to have that support, especially within your
Hmm.
family, Nate. So that's great. Thanks for sharing that with us. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Other than Jesus, Nate, from the Bible, who would you want to spend a day with?
Oh, geez, from the I don't know. When I read the question, I totally thought about somebody outside the Bible. I thought about Martin Luther King.
Okay.
I thought he would be the guy to go and spend with, because he really was just so selfless and was able to turn away from anger and hatred and kind of rise people up. So
Mhm.
my outside Bible person would be Martin Luther King, and guess my inside Bible guy would uh, probably be Paul towards the end of his life, when he was writing all the letters and kind of sharing his wisdom. That'd be pretty cool.
Uh, yeah, totally get that. Paul would be, if I had a list, he would definitely be on it. I definitely see it. And your outside, Martin Luther King. I mean, anyone that could emulate Jesus here on earth, he came pretty close, with his love and the way he reacted to a lot of things it was through peace and love and great inspiration for many
Yeah,
generations after him.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just that dedication through difficult times, right?
Mhm.
To continue the path when things, we hear about it now, but we don't realize that every step he took was a long, hard path. It wasn't an easy trip for him. So,
Mhm.
you know, we see the end result and think, oh, but you know, if you look at all the middle steps he took, there's a lot of difficult times that he had to rely on faith to get him through, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Amen to that. Yeah. Before we before we say goodbye, Nate, I was wondering, would you have an encouraging message that you'd like to pass on to the people at Asbury? Anything encouraging?
Yeah, definitely. I think one of the I don't know, foundations, or one of the fundamental concepts of the Free Methodist Church is definitely service towards others and reaching out to the community. So I know that the Perth Free Methodist Church has a long history of doing that, and just to continue doing that. Obviously, it's difficult now with COVID, but to remember that when this is all over, just to get back on that path and make sure that you share the love of Jesus with everybody that's around town.
Yeah,
Or around the world, actually.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Well, that's great. Great message. I'm sure some of our viewers here that will touch them personally, and certainly anyone can walk away with that message and do something positive within their community. So thanks for sharing that with us, Nate.
Yeah,
And
my pleasure, man.
we appreciate you spending some time here today and letting our viewers, as well as the people at Asbury, get to know Nate O'Neill a little bit better after all
Yeah.
this. I'd like to thank the viewers for tuning in again this week. And everybody, I hope everyone stays safe out there, and God bless.
Yeah, this YouTube station's gonna blow up now, buddy.
Get your shares.
Yeah.
Take care,
Take
guys.
care, man.